Okay, so here is the example of doing some trenching where you would have to be on your hands and knees, crawl space, or underneath a lot of obstacles. In order to start out the trench, you're going to want to kind of go slow speed just so you're not kicking a bunch of stuff up, because you're kind of closer, obviously, to the digging chain and bar than you would be if you're standing up as far as proximity to the ground. So it might also be good to, if you have a little spade or something, just to make a small start trench just so that the end of the bar drops into the ground a little bit quicker that way. As you're going through, you notice on the front arm there, I'm just holding onto the bar. I'm pushing a little bit, but if you lean forward, what I found is that if you're leaning over the machine, you tend to put pressure on the front end there just because you're holding yourself up with that front bar, and that will actually cause the chain to bind a bit. So you want to make sure that you're just using it as a handhold and not actually putting weight on it, because the trencher will do the job for you that way as far as keeping that weight off the machine. If you notice here, I lifted up a little bit more, so instead of doing the rocking motion with it where I have it on the ground and I rock forward, I'm actually kind of holding it up off the ground a bit. That allowed it to go through a little bit smoother than the other style, but again, it depends on how much space you have. And then here towards the end, I'm going to show another technique here that actually works pretty good for when you're on your hands and knees. You basically just hold on with both hands to the trigger mechanism at the back there and just let the trencher do its work. Once you have the trench established, it works out pretty well that way. It just kind of hums right along and you're not getting fatigued at all. So that's actually my favorite style of all the three that you just saw. And then here you see the trench. I measured that one out. It's actually about 2.5 inches wide, just from the side to side movement of what you saw when I was kind of going up and down there. So